Good morning. I'm not going to keep you long this morning. Just wanted to speak with you about some things and just give an opinion. Hopefully, you'll understand. It's just my opinion. So, I deal with a lot of different resources that are supposed to be in place to reform or what do they say? Restructure the mind of our young. That bothers me because after all these years, we have not been successful at doing that. How many times has it worked? Let me tell you what does work: creating opportunity to replace some of the things that our young are focused on. You're not going to get everybody, but a vast majority of our young people, they want to do better. Do you think a thug wakes up today because his stomach is hungry or he sees tennis shoes that he can't have or different resources and says, okay, I choose to go to jail today? It's a survival technique for him. A lot of times the trauma that's in a home is one of the main issues that prevent a lot of the young people from getting involved with different supports and help. It's a lot that surrounds a mind and a life. Look at your own. But we allow theory-based interpretations to talk to our kids and the situations of a lot of different youth. I went inside the juvenile diagnostic center over there. I'm not going to name which one, but I was really surprised at the way that it operates. It's really ran by a lot of the youth there. The gangs run that. They influence a lot of the decisions that are made. But when I look at a system that you keep throwing money into and you're not getting results, it comes to mind that you really don't want results. If you have directors that are making 270 plus $1,000 a year to house these individuals, what would motivate him to want to see change? It may eliminate his position. Now, I'm not saying that that's what's occurring, but it limits the supports and the different organizations and help that could help resolve some of the problems there. That's the same thing that I see happening over and over again in the different systems that are put up in and around these different cities. Yeah, they'll hype and feed the police department so that they can get more guns, more patrols, and more policemen and everything, but they don't put a lot of money into social programs to help connect the police to the public. For one thing, and they need to start that at a very young age, because right now everybody thinks that the police is the enemy because of so many different rap songs that have came out. We're throwing money just to throw, to say that we're doing something. But the problem is it's not working. And when something doesn't work, you try other things. That's a problem here. We go through the motions, we'll put the right numbers in there, we put the right education, but we don't get the right results. If you want to see change, take a thug and make him a CEO. That's right. Take a drug dealer, sit down with him, and help him develop his own corporation that's not selling drugs. His whole mind would change. If you don't believe me, watch the movie Trading Places. It's a good example of what I'm talking about. Not that that actually would happen, but it's the same ideals in place. Give an individual an opportunity to see another side of himself, and he would not only strive to keep it, he would also promote it. We need programs that work. And the way that that is going to promote change is hands-on situations. Instead of when you get the funding, hiring all of these individuals that you went to college with or that you work with. Get the necessary foundation to have some of the youth stand on your shoulders. Put them in positions of authority. Utilize that monies that you're getting to help these individuals, these boys and these girls in your own organizations, recycle it and eventually allow that one person that came from the streets to create systems to help, because he will know, because he comes from that environment. He comes from that trauma. He comes from that pain. That's where I came from. That's why I understand what's needed. I was that person at one time. Thank God for Paul Taylor and 70,001, an organization that helped me. We had a lot of people around. It was Lee, Brenda, all these individuals. Lee was an attorney. Okay, Brenda handled the books and she did most of the secretary and made sure that all of our paperwork and our marketing was done. We learned right there. It influenced me to the day where I've had business after business after business. I could have sold drugs, but because of the influences, because of the way that everything was replaced, he put me in charge of something, which is huge. When you're placed in charge of something, when you see that you have the ability to change, you want change. That's what we need to do with our youth. When Paul put me in charge, made me president of 70,001, at the time he didn't know it, but I was a straight thug. But he believed in me and he just didn't say it. Conversation is not working. And then this is what I see. I see the same political games to get people elected. I see the same people that use programs to support their agenda, but not the cause. So when I'm angered or when I'm angry about some of these things, it's basically saying enough, enough. It does not mean that I have a problem with you if you are a politician, or if you have supported some of the things I'm doing, but you stop supporting me because I did not go along with the way that you want things done. That's not a friend. That's a dictator. God is the only dictator that I will ever have in my life. Look, we need to revamp our programs, make it about the people instead of about ourselves. We need real programs that make a difference. And when they don't, we need to shelf them and try something else. Our kids, they're paying the price. And eventually we're going to pay it too. Truth and Vision has these programs, hands-on programs to help with home remodeling, painting, real after-school programs. Not an after-school program where you come and you look at your phone, you play games, you're preoccupied with the same. You want change? Change the way we approach some of the things that we're doing. Enough of this. I sit back and I keep seeing the same thing. And now, because I believe that change should happen, sometimes I'm considered an outsider. If I don't go along with the masses, oh, we can't control him. Oh, he's changed. Oh, no, that's not it at all. My agenda has been consistent. If it ain't about the young, if it ain't about the people, it can't be something I'm part of. And I think everybody is used to someone having a hidden agenda. It makes it very difficult when you don't. Look, every weekend, our children are paying the price. This weekend, it could be yours. I'm asking for the parents, for the men, for the gatekeepers to come together and let's create real change. It doesn't always take money. Sometimes it just takes a presence. It may take a conversation. It always we'll take a vote. Hey, I woke up with this on my mind because of a dream that I had. I was just listening to a program that involved Jay-Z. It's called The Book of Hov, where in Brooklyn, New York, they dedicated a whole library of education to present his body of work. He could have went either way. But it was what replaced the streets. It was rap. Negative or positive, he made it out. If you really want to see change, support programs that will promote it. Vote for people that understand it. And this is something I got to say. Why is it if you have a conversation about a police officer, you're against police? Not all police are bad. Matter of fact, I know you've heard that statement quite a few times. Listen, a lot of my friends are policemen. And behind that shield, when no one is looking, they'll speak truth. They even realize there's bias in the organization. They say it's all the way up. And they said until that change, nothing is going to trickle down to change. Not all policemen go to work to stump on the neck of an African American, though. A lot of them want to go back home to their family. And that's what they're focused with. So there needs to be a balance on both sides. But you can't say one word. The audacity that you would challenge a police officer, a public employee. We need real change that makes sense, not political change, just to cover what you don't want to do. Hey, I love all God's children, black, white, and blue. But wrong is wrong. And light will only show the right. Hey, it's just my opinion. Hopefully it's something you would consider. Maybe it could be yours. This has been Larry Lawrence Lane. Thank you.